Hi everyone, welcome to the session. In this session, I am going to discuss about present value and long-term decision making in management accounting. So what is present value? Present value simply means how much a future sum of money is worth today. So which means it is the value of future cash flows in today's term. So just to understand the concept of present value, let's try to understand the opposite of present value, that is the future value. So what is future value? To explain that, let's go through this example. Now in this example, suppose you deposit $100 in a savings account, earning 5% compounded annually. At the end of the first year, how much you will earn? How much you will earn? So if you deposit $100 at the rate of 5% for the first year, how much you will earn? That will be your investment will earn 5%, which means $5, ending up with a balance of $105. So you will earn $105 at the end of the first year. So the ending balance will be 1.05 times greater than what you invested with. So you invested $100 and you earn 5% interest. So at the end of the first year you earn 105. So which is 1.05 times greater than what you invested with. So what you invested is $100. So therefore, so what we can say is, so you invested $100, you earn $105. So therefore, your earning is 1.5 times greater than your initial investment. So therefore, we can straight away, we can derive this amount 105 by taking the initial investment times 1.05 equals to $105. Suppose if you invest this $100 for 3 years, how much you will earn and how you can calculate the total amount at the end of the third year. So we can summarize this as follows. So each year the balance increases by a multiple of 1.05. So the $100 will increase by 1.05 times every year. So therefore, at the end of the first year, you are investing $100 at the rate of 5%. So you will earn $105. At the end of the second year, your initial investment is $100, and in the first year you will earn 1.05, and also in the second year also you will earn 1.05. So rather than you multiply 1.05 times 1.05, straight away what you can do is you can take 1.05 times to the power 2. So that will give you $110. So at the end of the third year, your initial investment was $100. So this has to be multiplied by 1.05 times 1.05 times 1.05. So 3 times you need to multiply to get the total earnings at the end of the third year. So which is $100 times 1.05 to the power 3. So since this is compounding, which means interest on interest, you need to calculate interest on interest. Here 1.05 times 1.05 times 1.05. So this is compounding. So therefore this is interest on interest. So therefore straight away what we can do is we can apply 1.05 times to the power 3 to arrive at the total return, total earnings at the end of the third year. So by taking into account this scenario, the calculation, the method of calculating the compound interest. So what we can do is we can derive a formula to calculate the future value. So let's identify the symbols to build the formula. First of all, the ending balance. Here the initial investment is $100 and the ending balance is 105. So ending balance means it's the future value. So we can say FV. Then the initial deposit. How much is the initial deposit? $100. So that is the present value. We can call it PV. The next is the 1.05 times. So this is the interest. So interest rate. So that is 1 plus I means interest. So 1 plus 0.05 is the interest amount. That will be 1.05. Then finally we need to identify the exponent. So exponent means the number of years, n years. So by using these symbols, so what we can do is we can derive our formula to calculate the future value. So future value will be FV is equal to PV plus 1 plus I to the power n. So we know PV. PV means the initial investment, initial deposit, so which is $100. Then 1 plus I, so which is the interest component, interest. So we have to take 1 plus the interest rate, which is 1.05 times n. So n means the number of years. Now here if you calculate for 3 years, so which will be 3 years, your n will be 3 years. So 100 times 1.05, which is 1 plus I to the power 3, will give you $116 as your future value. Now we know how to calculate future value. So the formula is the future value is equal to present value times 1 plus I to the power n. By using the same formula, we can calculate the present value. It is just a matter of switching or shifting two symbols. Now you know the present value symbol PV and FV, the future value. Now what we need to do is we need to shift the present value. We need to shift the present value to the left side and the future value to the right side. So by simplifying the formula, the final equation, we can derive the present value is equal to future value divided by 1 plus I to the power n. So this will be the present value formula. Now let's go through the example again. Suppose you deposit $100 in a savings account earning 5% compounded annually. At the end of the third year, your earnings will be $100, your investment, and 5% is the interest, and the number of years will be 3 years. So $100 times, which is the present value, 1 plus I is 1.05, the interest, to the power 3 will be 115.76. That will be your future value. Now by using this formula, let's try to identify the present value. So we'll take 115.76 as future value, and also the interest rate is given. We'll try to arrive at the present value. So what you need to do is, let's identify the present value. Now we need to take the future value, which is 115.76. That should be divided by 1 plus 5% interest rate to the power 3. So 1 plus 5% to the power 3. So that will be, if you simplify further, 115.76 divided by 1.1576. So if you take 1.05 to the power 3 by using your scientific calculator, so you take 1.05 to the power 3, so that will be 1.1576. So that will give you $100. As you can see, this present value formula. This present value formula is derived through the future value formula. So it's that simple. So by using this formula, by using this present value formula, any future value can be converted into present value. The present value is also known as discounted cash flows, time value of money. The money that you have now is more worth than receiving it in the future due to its potential earning capacity. So it's better to have $100 today than receiving it after 3 years. If you receive it after 3 years, if you receive this $100 after 3 years, so what will happen? You will lose the earning capacity of $15.76 as per this calculation. With this, I will conclude the session. If you like the video, please subscribe the channel and hit the notification bell. I will see you soon with another video. Bye for now.